Meow! I'm going on my first camping expedition of 2022. Come and join me. Coming back was pretty straightforward. I didn't get lost coming back. So the pack's a heavy pack. I recommend you get yourself an ultralight hiking one. That's a bit heavy, a bit combat-y, but it works. And it wasn't full, and it contained all of this gear. It's been a couple of years since I put this up. Maybe about 5 minutes. That's the interior of the tent. That's how I'm going to sleep in it tonight. The ground sheet will be very close in case it rains. Rain is not forecast, but you never know. Now, a couple of summers ago on our last hiking trip, this pole, the elastic in the pole actually got broken. So I had Man Equipment Corp in Ottawa fix it. Because I bought it from them, it was free, even though it's about 10 years old now. Being a prepper, I do bring repair stuff. Everything's stowed in the bag. One of the things I also do is when I actually get the air mattress out and the pillow and the inner liner and all the rest of the stuff in the sleeping bag, I actually put them in there as well. But I also am going to put them underneath the external tarp, just in case it rains. Tarp is the first thing I want to pull out, and I don't want to lose other gear by pulling that out. Now each time I put anything in the tent, I keep it zipped up and I just open it slightly from here to here and put the thing in like that, because I want to keep the bugs out of this. And I have a secret weapon for you to see. Those people who've been on the channel for a while, this was done by Becky the Bull Terrier when she tried to get in the tent one night. I repaired it with surgical suture. Done a pretty good job, held up well. I don't care what anybody says, I like to have an inflatable pillow, a really nice one. It cost a bit, well worth having. I'm also taking a synthetic silk liner. My sleeping bag is a Teton, cheap sleeping bag. It's also probably going to be too hot, hence the liner. I'll probably sleep on top of the sleeping bag in the liner. That's what I usually do, and if I get cold around about 2-3 in the morning, I then crawl into the sleeping bag. Comfort's important. Now, one of the things you might have noticed, I haven't got the bug suit done up. There are quite a few mosquitoes around. I'm kind of getting tolerant to them, but one of the things I've done is I've sprayed myself a little bit of industrial deep around the edges of my clothing just to keep them from actually landing on me while I set the tent up. It's very hard to do manual labour wearing a full bug suit. So like I said, I get my liners, make sure I have them all. I often put them inside the sleeping bag liner. Put it in the base of this and do it up. Like I say, if I really want to get my tarp out tonight because it suddenly is pouring down and it's a rush, it's on top. Don't need to root around, don't need to worry about it too much. A little bit of prepping now can save me from getting wet later on. It also means I might not lose equipment. This actually is pretty decent as a sleeping pillow if you forget your pillow, but I'm using a pillow. No bugs. This is the limited edition black BioLite stove. Louis in Puerto Rico, you really need one of these, mate. And I'm going to set it up. Now I am in bear country, so I have spray and a bear banger and flare. So I'm not going to cook anywhere near the tent, nor am I going to wash up anywhere near the tent, nor am I going to eat anywhere near the tent. I'll be very cautious while eating about what's going on around me, very cautious about not spilling food on me. I don't actually bring toothpaste or soap with me either when I do these types of outdoor activity. If it was a long period, a long duration activity, I would, but I would set up a much more rigorous permanent campsite with some wooden fencing around so I could feel safe using soap and toothpaste and cooking in the great outdoors. You really don't want to attract a bear, it's not fair on the bear. Now for this one, I'm going to give myself a view. The BioLite's ready to go. The wok is for breakfast. New product for me, powdered coffee, going to try it. I think it's the same stuff I've had in the little sachets of plastic. This seems to be a more environmental way of doing it. I'll give it a try. Not a big fan of Starbucks coffee, but in the out and out, this is actually a good thing to have around. I like coffee. I bring in my own tinder and stuff and lights and wood chippings ready for the BioLite. There's plenty here, and in fact I will be adding to it this trip. So I have plenty of tinder. It's kind of everywhere. For the wok, if you're ever going to have any open flame, even a BioLite stove, and you're doing it for things other than just water, like I'll be frying sausages in the morning. Sausages, Huples, sausages! And I brought myself some almond milk, and I brought myself some broccoli sprouts that I did to put inside of wraps. Inside this tin is amazing. You'll wait till you see this. It's absolutely incredible. But it's not my dinner tonight. People talk about Widowmakers, this is what they mean. You really don't want to be camping anywhere near this or even walking near it. This will be my dinner tonight. Not a huge amount, but I'm going to go home and make sure Kitty knows I'm okay because she's a bit worried about me being out here. So right out now, all of the wise people are saying, where's your big solid plastic tub and your rope and put it up into a tree? You ever seen black bears climb trees? There ain't no way I'm going to get it in this sort of canopy and stop a black bear taking it if they want. so I'm just going to leave it on the ground. But it is a long way from my camp. Now, if black bear comes and doesn't leave and eats my vegan goodies, I have a few Lara bars and stuff in double ziplock in the tent area, because I would actually use them as an emergency ration to get out of here if I needed some food. Bottom line is, whatever you do, think about it. If you lose this food, it's no big deal. If you have this food by the tent, it could be a huge problem. Now, there's very few bears around here, because frankly the locals, when they hear of a bear, rush to find it and kill it. Beautiful. So I will be taking some of that water tomorrow and treating it, and I'll show you how I do that. But for tonight I brought 3 litres of water in a hydro bag. So I'm just going to put a few essentials now in the tent, and I'm going to go back to the house and do some socialising, and then come back here and sleep tonight and enjoy tomorrow morning here. First aid kit, always have one. This is the secret, you'll see this later on. Never ever ever have fire in your tent. Never ever ever have fire unsupervised, ever. However, I will be, because this actually will create a fog in there and kill off any of the critters that will get in there when I get in. Because although it's not that bad, it's going to get bad. This has to be extinguished before you sleep. Open, place, done. First real camping adventure for me is actually on the 11th of July. And that again will be Kayak Lake, and it should be fun. One of the things I do is I have solar BioLite flashlights which I keep on me. You never know. But I have my camp stowed, I have everything where it needs to be. It's not going to get wet overnight, I don't think. Everything is ready to go. I'll leave one of these on. If it's getting a little dark when I'm getting back, and hopefully it won't be, but if it is, that will really help me find it. Not happy with that, a bit windy here. Put it there on the tripod. Thanks for watching. Whatever you do, try and do it with somebody else. Try and stay safe and have fun. Don't allow fear to cramp your style though. We only have one life and we need to live it. I'm also going to try this stuff out. I got this in my pocket box as well, see if it's any good. Certainly the DEET stuff works really well. So like I say, thanks for watching, it's deeply appreciated. I will see you in a bit. Lost for the 3rd time. Should have come along here. Bushwhack through there. You have to pay a lot more attention to the trail markings coming this way. This has been a Lazy Terrier 2022 production. Sleep, Wolfie, sleep.